Mr. Chair, that Mr. Lemuel Antonio be cited in contempt for the following reason, Mr. Chair. Number one, he is aware that there will be a committee hearing today, November 20, 2024, and that the excuse he offered in this letter is not a valid one. And for me, Mr. Chair, this is continued defiance of the lawful order of this committee, and it is a sign of disrespect, wherein members of this committee, Mr. Chair, have taken the time to attend and appear before this committee hearing. Again, may I move once more, Mr. Chair, for Mr. Lemuel Antonio to cite him in contempt, Mr. Chair. I so move.
Duly seconded. Is there any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Just to clarify, kung bakit po tayo nag-contempt ulit, this is based on different grounds.
Yes.
Yes, because the previous ground, yung contempt po natin, ang contempt po kasi, 6 po ang grounds. So yung first ground, without legal excuse to obey summon. Ito po kasi, yung binabanggit po ninyo is based on Section 11E, acting in a disrespectful manner towards any member or committee or any misbehavior in the presence of the committee. So, ibang ground po itong binabanggit po ninyo.
Yes, Mr. Chair, just to clarify, it is under Section 11, Paragraph E of our House Rules, Mr. Chair. And further, Mr. Chair, since we are citing Mr. Lemuel Antonio for a different ground under our rules, and I move that Mr. Lemuel Antonio be confined at Bicutan Prison, Mr. Chair. I so move.
There is a motion to confine Mr. Ordonio in Sangko?
Bicutan Prison, Mr. Chair.
Bicutan Prison. Is there any second to the motion? Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. For how long? For what period?
Until the committee report. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. The period of detention.
Under the rules, Section 11E and F, 10 days po maximum.
Yes, 10 days, Mr. Chair.
Okay, 10 days. We will go for the maximum, 10 days.
Mr. Chair, in connection to the motion of Congressman Bongalon, I have here a letter signed by Mr. Lemuel Antonio. It was received by the committee on November 20, 2024 at 9:15 p.m. Wala ba talaga siya dito, Comsec?
Your Honor. Wala po.
Kasi nakasulat dito on paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While I maintain our stand stated in the position papers we submitted, I am here ready to participate in the proceedings. I will do my best to answer any questions related to the activities of the OVP and its accomplishments. So,
Your Honor, even the pages and the registration, they have not physically found Mr. Lemuel Antonio to be present here, Your Honor.
So anong dahilan itong sulat na ito? Ba't niyo sinasabi na pupunta siya dito at magpa-participate siya, wala naman pala siya dito? But I don't expect the COMSEC to be able to answer that. But I guess that would put more emphasis on the justification on the motion of Congressman Bongalon. Unacceptable, Mr. Chair. I mean, he mentioned that he was coming. Dito sa letter niya, tapos wala rin siya dito.
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Bongalon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Another matter, Mr. Chair. In a letter dated November 12, 2024, signed by Attorney Sunshine Charin Fajarda, Mr. Edward Fajarda, and Gina F. Acosta. Upon perusal, I have seen that the common reason for their non-attendance is that they are on official business. And may I request from the committee secretary if she can confirm that in that letter was there any attachment to prove that on this particular dates, from November 9 to 15 of 2024, an official business or official travel was attached in this letter to prove that indeed these officials are on official business? Can we confirm from the Committee Secretary, Mr. Chair?
Comsec?
Your Honor, there was no attachment in that. It was a one-pager. One-pager for the three individuals, one-pager for Mr. Ortonio as well, Your Honors.
So, wala akong naka-attach na proof na kahit official travel?
None, Your Honor.
So, in other words, Mr. Chair, this one-pager document is a mere scrap of paper, Mr. Chair. We can always offer an excuse stating this, but as an official, we have to convince this committee that indeed on these particular dates, they are on official business. And the best document to prove that they are on official business is an official travel issued to them. So, Mr. Chair, I would like to move that this letter submitted by these three individuals or officials from the Office of the Vice President, I move that the committee only note this letter and cannot be acted upon as an excuse for their absence in today's committee hearing, Mr. Chair.
Is there any second to the motion? Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Your Honor, may I be recognized?
Is Comsec recognized?
Your Honor, the Sergeant at Arms is present, Your Honor. Sergeant at Arms, taas, Your Honor.
Yes, please continue, Congressman Bongalon. That would be all.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Gutierrez.
Mr. Chair, in relation to the query of the Honorable Deputy Speaker, I understand the question was on the letter by Mr. Antonio? Ortonio. And I understand he is the Assistant Chief of Staff in the OVP. Mr. Chair, perhaps if the Deputy Speaker be of the like mind, we could ask the Chief of Staff who is present here today with us if she is aware of the circumstances surrounding the letter that has been submitted. Because it's highly curious po that he would commit to being here today, yet, which is a letter dated yesterday or today po ba, November 20. So that was dated today, yet he's not here. Perhaps the Chief of Staff would be able to enlighten us, seeing as that they are in the same office, and in fact, the subject person is her subordinate po. Yun lang, Mr. Chair.
Before I recognize Attorney Zulaika Lopez, could you please administer the oath of Attorney Lopez, Comsec? Ma'am, pwede po ba mag-oath po muna tayo? Thank you po, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, can we also include the new personalities who is present for the first time para isang administering of oath?
Yes, lahat po ng mga ngayon lang dumating, pwede po ba magsitayo po kayo? The Comsec will administer your oath. Thank you. Comsec, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry, so help you God? The oath has been administered to all new attendees, Your Honor, even the ones in the audience. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, Attorney Zorega, would you like to respond to the query of Congressman Gutierrez?
Good morning to the honorable members of the committee. Before I answer the question of the Honorable Rog Gutierrez, I'd like to begin with a word of gratitude to the honorable members of the committee for the grant of understanding and in my medical, in my recent travel to the U.S. due to a medical emergency of an immediate family member. I do want to let you know that the worst is not over yet for my relative, but the family is still expecting, of course, the best possible outcome. Having said that, I do want to extend my appreciation, and my entire family really is actually very appreciative of this act of kindness that was extended to me during that difficult time. Having said that, good morning again, Sir Rog. I arrived last November 18. which was last Monday. And then, kahapon lang po ako pumasok officially sa opisina namin. I have not seen at all ASEC Lemuel Ortonio, and I understand that he is on official travel. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, with that,
Congressman Roch.
I would like to take it po no, that that's official manifestation of the Chief of Staff. So there seems to be a conflict. On one hand, he is on official travel, and on the other, in his letter, he stated he will be present today. So that just adds to the point that the Deputy Speaker was making, and I think I leave it to the committee for our consideration. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat, Attorney Lopez. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Well, to be honest with you, I find it unjustifiable yung reason po niya. Because this is not the first time na absent po siya. This is the 6th committee hearing, and yet, from the outset, hindi naman po siya uma-attend. They refused to participate. Lahat naman po buong Pilipinas na. Because this is not the first time na absent po siya. This is the 6th committee hearing, and yet, from the outset, hindi naman po siya uma-attend. They refused to participate. Lahat naman po buong Pilipinas nakakaalam na hinahanap na po siya dito sa ating committee hearing. At unfortunately, hanggang ngayon, lahat po sila, yung 4 po, hindi pa rin po dumarating.
Mr. Chair, most respectfully, I think we're all in agreement that the excuse is not acceptable. But I think this is just to add, this is an aggravating circumstance of sort. Why would Mr. Ortonio mention that he will be here today in the letter and at the same time be on official leave? So which is which po? That's what I meant po, Mr. Chair, most respectfully, for the consideration of this committee. Yun
Yes,
na po. Maraming
thank
salamat.
you.
Chair, can I just
Yes,
get
Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez.
thank you very
recognized.
much. Attorney Sanchez, kayo po yung OIC Chief of Staff ngayon. Ano pong posisyon ang hawak nyo ngayon?
Mr. Chair, I was not designated as OIC Chief of Staff. The
while,
last time,
while Attorney Lopez was away, is that correct?
no, Mr. Chair, I was only designated only for October 18, 2024, for 1 day only, Mr. Chair.
1 day.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sandali ka lang naman pala nag-OIC, ano? Isang araw lang. Bakit
Yes.
isang araw lang?
Mr. Chair, at that time, both of them were on travel and they returned the week after.
So who was acting, Attorney Lopez, who was acting in your capacity while you were away?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, while I was away, I understand it was the Assistant Secretary, Mr. Lemuel Ortonio, who was the officer in charge of the OVP.
Okay, the same person that we're talking about, no?
Yes, Your Honor, but I left early on. I was away November 4.
So if he is in official travel, who granted him that travel authority?
I beg your indulgence. I was not able to see yet the travel authority because, as I mentioned earlier, I really just arrived, and that was not really one of the documents
Yeah,
I
because he
have gone
cannot
through.
he cannot issue the travel authority to himself.
Yes.
So him being the one in charge. So my question is, who issued his travel authority? So you were not there. So
Yes.
it's Attorney Sanchez.
Mr. Chair, I will check with the office, but I have not seen the travel authority, Mr. Chair.
So but he does have a travel authority. Can you confirm that he has a travel authority?
I am not aware, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Can you be kind enough to ask your office? Maybe we can get that information within the hour. Kasi nakakapagtaka lang, Mr. Chair, siya po yung officer in charge. At sinasabi niya na wala siya dito, although pinangako niya na darating siya. So medyo hindi ko lang po maitugma yung dahilan kung bakit hindi pa rin siya sumisipot. So that's it, Mr. Chair, no?
Chair, in line with this
Thank you.
manifestation of
Congressman
the
Zia.
SJJ, yes, in line with the manifestation of the SJJ, I think we all know as a regular administrative processes, whenever you are requesting for a travel authority, alam po naman natin talaga it's the principal as the head of the agency that really approves that. So I don't think it would take I guess, Attorney Sanchez to verify from the office who authorized the travel authority of this particular individual. I mean, judging from the way the administrative processes is being practiced and exercised in the bureaucracy and all bureaucracies in the government, we know that it would be the vice president who would probably grant the travel authority to this particular. Am I correct?
Mr. Chair, based on the delegation of authorities in our office order, the approval for travel orders of the Chief of Staff and the Assistant Chief of Staff belong to the head of agency, Mr. Chair.
That's it. Who is the head of the agency?
The Vice President, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Meron pa po? Kung wala na po, we will now proceed to the next.
Lang,
Yes,
Mr. Chair, sorry.
DS, J. Suarez.
Medyo napakahirap po kasing lunukin tong patuloy na pag-e-evade ng mga opisyales na iniimbitahan natin dito. May I just manifest, Mr. Chair, that as we progress, and I hope na we can conclude this committee hearing in the next few weeks, can we also look into the possibility of administrative sanctions against these individuals who continue to defy invitations, subpoenas, contempt orders against these public officials? Malingkod bayan po ito, Mr. Chair. So, binabasa ko po yung mga batas patungkol po sa mga public officials, ay talagang tungkulin po nila yung humarap sa mga ganitong pandinig. At kung patuloy po silang umiiwas, hindi pupunta at hindi dadalo at gagawa ng kung ano-ano mang dahilan, eh sa palagay ko po, Mr. Chair, dapat mapag-aralan din po ng komitibang ito kung ano pong mga kasong administratibo ang pwede pong ipataw sa kanila dahil hindi po ito sumusunod sa alituntunin ng isang lingkod bayan. So that's my short manifestation, Mr. Chair, with regards to Acosta, to Sunshine Fajarda, to Ortonio, and to Mr. Fajarda. So, thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, short comment lang din, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Manuel.
Mr. Chair, dagdag din sa nabanggit na ating mga kapwa mambabatas. Mr. Chair, kung ganito yung tipo ng mga excuses na matatanggap ng committee, sa totoo lang ay parang sampal na rin to sa taong bayan, Mr. Chair. Kasi halimbawa itong sulat ni Mr. Lemuel Ortonio, gusto po niya na ma-lift daw yung contempt order and arrest order para raw maka-attend siya dito sa committee. In the first place, Mr. Chair, hindi siya dumadalo, kaya siya pinatawan ng contempt order and arrest order, tapos para bang nagsiset pa siya ng condition sa atin para raw makapag-participate talaga siya. Parang niloloko tayo dito, Mr. Chair. Pangalawa, ito pong sulat ni na Sunshine Fajarda, Edward Fajarda, tsaka Gina Acosta, kasi raw may ginagawa sila sa OVP. Mr. Chair, kung ganito pala, baka kahit isamon po natin sila 20 times dito sa committee, pwedeng sabihin lang nila, meron silang official duties sa Office of the Vice President. At yun yung kanilang gagamitin excuse para hindi sila dumalo. Pag ganun, Mr. Chair, actually, kaya nga tayo nag-hold ng mga hearings dito para matiyak na kapag may mga official duties ang mga public officials at merong pondo na nilalaan para sa mga activities nila, nagagamit ng tama yung pondo. We can't allow na magpatuloy lang sa parang normal operations ang mga opisina gaya ng OVP, ngayong naungkat nga natin na merong mga kaduda-dudang transactions. Actually, itong ginagawa natin, Mr. Chair, makakatulong nga ito para mapabuti pa, supposedly, yung kanilang serbisyo. Wala tayo dito para i-hamper sila sa kung ano yung kanilang mga gampanin. Kaya, all the more, Mr. Chair, na once and for all, dapat talaga dumalo sila dito at hindi maghapag ng mga, actually parang nagiging petty na lang yung kanilang mga ginagamit na mga dahilan para hindi sila makadalo. Yun lang, Mr. Chair. Salamat.